All right, so today's video, we got a silver Junkrat. They've been in silver for a long time. They're a Junkrat main, and they want to know why they can't get out of silver. So we'll find out. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe. It's video time.
One. Attackers incoming. We have liftoff. Escort.
You know, I was gonna say, that's an easy way to get rolled by a Widow or something like that with your rollout. To see that happen to you from a Hanzo, you don't need to do that. Like, I know there's some really cool Junkrat rollouts you can do. You don't have to go out of spawn like that. That is an easy way to get absolutely destroyed by one of the enemy snipers, and that's exactly what happened. This is better. I like this approach. I like this approach being sneaky. Okay, yep, you kind of overaimed your other mine. I think you actually would have been able to kill the Hanzo, so just be careful of doing that. All right, that's a Zarya in the Junkrat trap. All right. Yeah, you hear somebody behind you. They're like, no, you heard that correctly. That was the... They're still behind you. Okay, so next time when you hear that Soldier 76 running behind, don't just sit there and ignore that, like, play from happening. Because you could literally tell they were doing that. Perfect random Junkrat trap in the middle of the open. Always a classic. Get set up for your tire. I like this. You saw one bubble used, so this is probably a good timing. You're losing that timing now. Zarya probably has both bubbles, unless you... Oh, we're going for a cool rollout play around the corner. Yep. Get that. Oh, that was smooth. That was... Wow. The patience level on that play. That right there is some Junkrat gameplay. I can't believe that worked to get the Zarya. I can kind of tell what happens, though. This Junkrat will go for those really cool Junkrat, like, rollouts consistently. And when they do that, they either get rolled or they don't. And that's going to, like, fix some of your consistency on Junkrat. Those rollouts are cool, don't get me wrong. And I'll play against some really good Junkrats that do that. But, like, it's almost like a set timing. You know what I'm saying? So when you commit everything into, like, a spot with those abilities and you don't do anything with it, you'll get rolled. Now that, you know, obviously sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't, but you just peeked a window. This is kind of what I mean by, like, you are going out of position. Like, right there, you just went out of position right away. That's all. That's literally what you did. And that's things that you just need to minimize on. Okay, remember, you have the point attack. So, like, this is... You can get up a little bit more aggro. Be careful, you saw the Hanzo arrow. They know you're right there. They're going to see you for a bit. Okay. So... Yep. All right. Are you chilling? I'm telling you, those plays that you're making like that consistently are... There's like... You have like two play styles that you're trying. The all-in, I'm going to use both of my mines to go in and try to get somebody. Or the I'm going to sit back and do nothing for a while. Those are your two strategies. That's a free mine, a limb. You missed. Okay. Okay. I'll pause for a second. Did you see what you just did right there? How you just walked in a straight line, looked down, didn't really worry about anything going on around you? This is the stuff I'm talking about. You're just kind of... You need to, like, just add more consistency to that. Like, where are you going? Why are you looking down at the cart? Why are you standing there? Like, things like that, you got to minimize those. And then you'll start to be able to see that climb out of silver. But you're just basically guaranteeing, like, inconsistency that will happen more, I guess you could say. Like, you're missing a lot of mines. Like, you're kind of just all over the place with how you're playing. You heard the Reaper. You could tell the Reaper was right there. Yep. Fried Bento, this is 10 months of thank you, appreciate it. Hope you have a good day too. Yep. Okay. Perfect. So what's the play?
Hope you're having
what's your step here? What do you want to do? This could be a good tire spot, actually. Oh yeah. This is it. This is the tire spot. This is the absolute tire spot. This is gonna be great. Okay, we're gonna... There's too much downtime to what you're doing right now. Like, what is this? Like, look at the downtime you have. I know you want to tire this, and you're probably gonna get a good tire, but like, you're basically banking on this play being the go-to for every game. Look at the downtime. What do you? I know what you want to do here. It's gonna be a good play. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay. So, one thing I want you can definitely work on is like I want you to like go and practice your minds. And I'm not joking in that sense. I think like you have the idea of what you want to do, but your minds are missing so much, or you're missing like so much value off of that. So like, two things you have to do is you need to work on your minds. And when I say your minds, I mean like your ability, not like just shooting like the left click or whatever the button is on console. Like you're missing so much damage output alone, but like you're also missing so much damage output by doing nothing. I want you to like watch, when you watch this back, I want you to realize, like, you're the absolute downtime of doing nothing. Like you're just sitting there. There's a Mercy behind you, by the way. That's not your Mercy. That Mercy's been there the whole time. Okay, I'm glad you were able to get the limb. Okay, Hanzo, if you hit a mine here, and then you have your mine in a second, you can do a bunch of damage. Yeah, that's, well, all right. Woo, this is, yeah, I mean, I can already tell you, like, right away, if you just improve your mines and then minimize how much you have this downtime of doing absolutely nothing, you're going to be in a much better spot. A lot of really good Junkrats I'll play against. Outside of, like, sometimes at the beginning of the map, they'll have these, like, really cool rollouts. Like, I can think of, like, Eichenwald as one of them, where they go around and flank. It takes a setup time, but, like, a lot of good Junkrats, you'll see them consistently doing damage to the point where, like, they can make really good plays, but also just constantly make it so you're taking that chip damage. You are spending half the game hiding, not even doing that chip damage, so you're not even playing Junkrat, like, you're just missing out on so much damage, so much random damage. You're missing your mines, which is consistently, you can get that damage output on mines, right? Because it's a little bit easier to kind of get the mine to do that damage because of how, you know, they go to points mine. Yeah, there you go, look at that. 12% ult charge. And there you go, you hit a mine, you got 7% more ult charge. 50% ult charge when you did something. Okay. Chip damage is like, it's kind of like spam damage the same way. It's like just doing, you know, 25% of people's HP randomly. Okay, I like that. That was a playmaking ability. It wasn't like the best position, but like the playmaking was good. Nice. And that's gonna be a good play. They got the point, but it looked cool. It's basically, it's enough to, I love that. It's enough to annoy the other team to where they have to react to you being on Junkrat. But when you just don't do anything as Junkrat, and maybe you could justify the play style if you were making these really cool, like, flank plays. Do you get what I'm saying? But you're not even doing that. You're just staying there. So this is just an issue of you just too much downtime. And that's literally what it is. You're doing nothing for a while, and then you're missing your mind. That is, those two things, you start to go work on those and fix those, you're gonna be in a good spot. Are you lost? This is what I mean. That you walk into a bottom room and you just walk in here and go, well, this sure is a building. Oh, they have a nice pool table. We can get a drink over here. These fridges look new. Got a dartboard if we're really feeling it. Like, you just walked around and did nothing. Go over here, spam randomly. I know it's not gonna, like, be perfect, but, like, just do something that's not stand around. Nice play. Wonderful. That was great. That's what it's all about. Now, are you... So when you get a random limb like that, you don't have to go AFK after? Nice. Okay. What are you doing? What? Why? Don't sit on the cart. Spam. Look up in the air. Just do something. Just... Oh, there. Oh, that looks cool, right? Perfect. What... By the way, you notice you just randomly shot one shot and it gave you value? You actually got some damage there. Just this is what I'm talking about. Spam, just throw some... Spam the... There you go! Look at! You're getting value! You're just spamming! There's a Torb just repairing a turret on the high ground. That their turret took... Okay, that's... I want to point out their Torb was hammering the turret and it didn't even take any damage. But at least you're a part of the team fight.
Let them out.
I mean, at least you're doing something here. I mean, you're out of position, but at least you're... Be careful. Yeah, that's a wall. Be careful of that. That Mercy was certainly making a play, I'll tell you that much. All right, sounds like they wasted Torball. That's always good. All right, there we go. Now you got the Hog now, so you got the lore going here. Junkrat and Hog. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's a mine. Yeah, this is going to be... I'm telling you right now, there's some improvements you can make and you'll climb. All right, I know you're playing for a tire, but remember, you can use this tire a little bit more effectively, okay? Nice job. Okay, now you can be a... They could have easily touched the point. I want to point that out. That one there is going to be more on your team during that, but like, I gotta say that it's... I feel like you have all these ideas of what you want to do on Junkrat, but now it's about actually just... You might have to kind of take one step at a time. Like, it seems like you want to either do a really cool rollout, or you want to just sit there and do nothing for a while. And because you've been missing a lot of your mines, which I'm not talking about the ability there, you're spending the majority of the game just not doing something sometimes. And that's a big part of the problem. Your teammate went D.Va. That's certainly a pick. When my D.Va guide's out shortly, you'll see that I have D.Va. I have Zarya in there as one of the tougher matchups for D.Va. Okay, now be careful of the Mei. Okay, that's... Don't push into him.
Love you. 10 gifted
and local links is 100 bits. Thank you.
And my own
okay, remember, I want you to do more damage.
3.
Just more spam. Even the spam might just put their team out of position. They might not even see a shot. They might have to move from your ability. Here we go. Uh-oh. It's either going to go really well or not good at all. Nice job. You got the health pack. Okay, so when you get in a limb, it's always good to enjoy the limb, but your teammates could also benefit from you aiming down the hallway here. That will. There you go. Nice. I like this double window in front of each other. This is going to be just a bunch of damage for everybody. Good job spamming. I like it. You didn't hit a spam there. Yeah, there we go. All right, here we go. It's okay to use your... This is going to work. I don't... Good play, but I want to point out that the way that you're playing is you're playing for like these... I will say, I like how you played this here because you're more involved in a team fight. And I think this is a good example. This right here is a good example of what happens when you're more involved in a team fight. You see how you're like, with your team, you're not on a 2.5 minute flank just sitting there? Like, are you seeing this? You're involved in the team fight. Oh, that's going to be just a game-winning tire. Nice job. Good play. Good play. Do you notice how at the end of the game you were more involved in team fights and you got more value? I want you to compare this to the beginning of the game when you sat behind walls and did nothing. You want to be decisive, you want to spam your damage in there, you want to be accurate with your mines. And you don't want to have downtime of 2 to 3 minutes doing nothing. and you spent a majority of the game doing that. So your question was, how do you get out of silver? Be involved in the team fights more often. You can go for cool rollout plays, but be involved in the team fights. Good Junkrats will find value not only in those really cool like plays that you can make, but how accurate they can be with their mines. How they can juggle people with those mines and then get a follow-up a limb. How they can have good spam damage to where like you can't go a certain way and your team is forced out of position because of a Junkrat. You do those, you'll climb out of silver. So that is what would make you improve, and that's where you're losing your value. If you like this video, make sure to like button, subscribe to all 3 YouTubes. We have everyday uploads on there, a lot of awesome videos. Make sure to check them out. I know people have asked about ranked. The More Emongg channel, we do pretty much ranked every day, except a little bit of variety posts on there if we play a variety game at any point. If you want to submit your own spectating, look in the description below. You will see my Discord. That is where you will be able to submit your own spectating, play the games on there, funny moments. We have a few series going right now. On top of that, we record these live on stream. So stop by if you haven't. We have a lot of fun here. And with that being said, hope you have an amazing day/night.